Even on a monitor, dude, it still looks crazy at these high and ultra settings.
Oh yeah, I mean it should look the same. You have a 4K monitor, so.
Yeah.
All right, folks, welcome. It's your boy Pistol for the new background. Days Gone. I'm about to get into some Horizon. You should know. One of my
You
favorite
already know.
games now on PC. And this is version 1.0.37. Solid build by Nexus, man. Doesn't have all the crazy ray tracing qualities. That's the one thing I realized, Geo. And I remember I told you I said I hope it had some ray tracing, so it doesn't,
Mhm.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
There's no biggie. The game quite doesn't need it. I just hope they they import it somehow, maybe, because they, speaking with the developers, they said that they wanted that console like fluidity and smoothness, but with all the bells and whistles. So they were thinking about how it was gonna run before how it was gonna, you know, have extra features. It has plenty of
Yeah.
features. It's just that they wanted it to make sure it was gonna run good. And I would say yes, this is one of the best ports I've seen in a while. So join me, guys. I'll be on for the night.
Berryville. Valentine. Oh, I got lumbago. That never gets old. I got lumbago.
This looks like a face, like a sideways face. Yeah, on this game, Geo, I have DRS on with DLSS, max settings.
You're playing on max settings, you said?
Max settings with DRS and DLSS. I'm not sure if I need DRS though. If I'm capping the frame rate, do you think I need it?
Um,
I don't think so, but I don't even know. I don't know. Maybe, but but the game, I don't know. It doesn't let me. Doesn't let me cap it. Actually, come and think of it. Let me see. Hold on. Aspect ratio, cinematics, refresh rate.
I'm using Radeon Chill right now.
Wait, Gio, what's the difference between full screen and exclusive full screen?
I have no idea. It's in the settings?
It's in the settings, yeah.
I never seen that before.
Yeah. Certain games have it. Not all games do. It's because
I've never seen that.
yeah. Exclusive full screen could let you do VSync. No, full screen lets you do VSync. You can't change your refresh rate. Exclusive full screen lets you choose your refresh rate, but it only does 144, 120, 60, 30. I can't. So what I do is I use DRS, dynamic resolution scaling, at 90 frames with DLSS and I put it at full screen, I guess. I don't know. It's just it's weird. Let me see. Hold on, refresh rate. I'm gonna put it at 144 and then put that in. I'm gonna apply it here. See what. Let me see something. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what makes better sense. Oh no, I guess full screen makes sense. Full screen is like windowed, like full screen, borderless windowed. That's what full screen is.
That's what I use. I use the
Borderless window, right?
Borderless, yeah, borderless something, yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what I use. That's what I usually always use. Unless like a VSync, but I can't, obviously. Not with this monitor. Yeah, VSync is weird. It depends on. Oh my god, that's loud, bro.
I have it off right now. I don't know.
I don't know why. Oops, the hell? Oh, what the hell? I got myself stuck there. Yeah, this is fine. Because the frame rate wants to jump up over 90 sometimes, bro. I see it at 96, 95, even though I told it to stay at 90.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, it's because it's dynamic. Dynamic resolution will try to stay at 90, but it won't. I'm just glad it pushes past it, because at least I don't have headroom. It's just sometimes it goes under, sometimes it goes higher. I just leave that there. I don't need all that extra. I wish I had it higher, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't mind like 120 4K, but I'm not using frame generation though. So since they say having frame generation, it's only worth it if you already have a high refresh rate done by the game. Like, say if your game already, like, you know, you can hit those 80 90 frames, or even just 60. If you know your computer could just go 60 at least, then that's a good base point to start frame generating, because it will double that. But if you go lower, then it will just look funny. It won't really match. Like, if you get lower frame rates, frame generation won't really help it that much, or it just won't look right. I feel like frame generation will help me here in this game, because it's pretty solid. I just rather not, because a latency, I feel like the latency I might feel, even though every game I have tried wasn't really an issue. I was about to throw myself off this. I forgot I got no glider. You're dead, son. You're dead. Oh yeah. You can definitely tell it's much hard. Her hair's like cutting through her neck. Okay, stop that.
Still in this fight.
Damn, they're about to kill me. Damn, this is not like Elden Ring where you could dodge. I mean, you could dodge in this game, but in Elden Ring, when you're doing a special attack, like a cinematic attack, whatever, you're immune. So even if there's other enemies attacking you, you get to play out your cinematic regardless. But in this game, I'm doing a special attack, and if someone's gonna attack me at the same time, I'm gonna get hit. Like, they'll take me off that. Oh, what? Wasn't close. No. That's a lot of damage. These guys are tanky as hell. I am playing that on hard. No, I'm playing on very hard. I am insane.
He's on me.
But that's okay. It gives me a good challenge. So yeah, peeps. For those watching, thank you for joining. I am a variety streamer / gamer, or whatever you want to call it. I was playing Elden Ring before this, but this is probably my all-time modern favorite AAA title. Oh shit. So I had to show it some love once it came to PC. It was very beautiful on PlayStation. I needed to see. Uh-oh.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is not responding. Close the program, but wait for the program to respond.
Now that is all on you. How does it feel? Does it feel like it's gonna come back, or you think it's like hard locked?
Well, it's frozen, and then it popped up this.
So quick.
Just wait for the program.
If it takes more than a few seconds, then I would just close it. It's very rare where a game will crash. It will have to be a critical error. Did you mod it? Didn't you mod it recently or something?
Red Dead Redemption, no.
No, I thought you modded it.
A critical error within the game. Yeah, I'm just gonna close the program. That's weird. Don't know why I was doing that. Very weird. there's a driver update. Driver software. I'm guessing, let me see. Driver and software, yeah, there's an update 24.3.1. Let me install this driver, update this. Russian is stuck at 72%. What is going on? I'm kind of worried. The driver's update is stuck at 72%. It's not moving. Should I cancel it, Andreas? Guess I'll just leave it then. Shit is still stuck at 72%. It's not doing anything. Yeah, yeah. I can hit cancel. What do you think? Okay, then. I'll be right back.
I'll throw my hat with these later. Time to give Wadis to Baron Knight. The way to Baron Light is clear. Get moving.
You're not errant vanguardsman. I will move only when the captain
When I've
says.
cleared out all the bristlebacks, which I have. Captain's orders.
So they're okay.
Banged up, but breathing. And waiting up ahead for you.
Well, I shall not be moving anywhere until the whistle has sounded. If it is not safe for them, then it is not safe for me.
Fine. I'll make sure the whistle gets blown, and then I'll be back.
Hear that? We're not leaving yet. Unpack the cart!
No. I'll be right back. Don't get comfortable.
As if that were possible here.
Petra mentioned... He's supposed to be in charge around here. Guess I should talk to him to get the whistle blown.
Don't make me go drag.
Stay inside here, Olvund. The bristlebacks threat.
What do you want, Olvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, What other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself. Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Ulfrund Friel, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, let's get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osseram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osseram laborers of this land who do all the back-breaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. And just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
If Chainscrape is on Carja land, shouldn't a Carja be in charge? Who appointed you?
The sensibilities of good Osram folk, of course. You think a Carja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren Light without losing a few screws.
So you have no real authority then. People only follow you because you say so. Loudly.
Anyone who has followers has authority. I've been with Chainscrape from the beginning. I mean, I'm practically its founder, and its honest folk know I'm indispensable to its success.
I cleared out all the bristlebacks.
Oh, you did?
Now that you've recovered from your shock, time to blow the whistle.
Over there, not so fast. I'll have to send someone out to confirm the kills. Make sure the valley is safe again. It shouldn't take more than a day. Or two.
No. You blow the whistle now.
These are innocent Osram lives we're talking about here. Surely the delay...
Either you do it now, or I will.
Ah, I knew you could do it! Friends, gather around. The savior of Meridian has done it again. The bristlebacks are defeated. You. Sound the whistle. Chainscrape is open for business.
Yay.
And Ulvund has agreed to personally pay every worker their lost wages.
Yeah.
That's more like it.
Yeah. Woo.
Ha-ha.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't you have an embassy to get to?
Yeah, I guess I do. Well, the Chainscrape's back to work. Merchants should be open to I should see if they have anything useful before I send Wadis off to Barrenlight. Better see what that Carja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern. You heard the whistle. Time to go.
But
But I was supposed to have 3 escorts.
I'm off to Baron Light Wadis. Like Aloy said, Captain's orders. You can stay here.
Abandoned to the riffraff? I think not.
Guess you're coming with me then. See you there, Aloy.
Well, now that that's done, the embassy can finally get underway. If I can get through it, I'll be able to track down Silence, Hades, maybe even a Gaia backup. Guess I could head straight for Baron. Or poke around the dance some more first. And maybe take Petra up on that drink. I could get around faster if I find a charger to override. I can override one of these chargers. I have to go on quiet so I don't spook the herd.
So now it's up to date, but like I tried going on Discord, it wouldn't work. And, like it wouldn't go full screen. It wouldn't let me open any applications besides the AMD software. So I was like, okay. I updated the drivers, and now it's up to date. And then right when it finished install, it let me open Discord and everything else. Bro, what the fuck? I'm saying I had to restart Windows. And then I shut down my computer and then turned it back on again. It's like, God.
Baron Light. Last part of the Sundom before the Forbidden West.
Yeah.
College at Horn. That means the embassy starting soon.
No, it's a lot of people complain about Windows all the time, man.
Alright, I should find whoever's in charge here.
Right up. Yep.
First,
Superior.
I could resupply at my stash.
Yeah.
Might be worth taking a look around too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's more stable. That's the one thing I give with Apple and their Mac, like laptops and shit. But Windows, it's just, yeah, it works. You hardly run into issues. But when you, with Windows, it's just, if it's one thing, it's another. It's like, bro, like, what the fuck? It's annoying, dude. It's so annoying.
Time to put your shards to use.
Yeah.
I could introduce you to that. But I gotta warn you.
Yeah.
Where's Erend?
Lighten up, Paif. You've got a thick wall of
Looks
stone
like
he's
between you and the...
Are you in charge around here?
Well, everything's good now. That was
apologies,
kind of weird.
no.
I read that just
That would be
crashed. Maybe
Commander
it's 'cause the
Nozar.
drivers. I don't know.
I'm Lawan, the second in command. So, what brings
It was in a
Aloy of Lenora to
cutscene. Like
Barren
I was
Light?
getting.
I'm here for the embassy. I need it to happen so I can head west. And maybe now that Studios
Yeah.
Wadis is here, we can finally get things underway.
Yeah, I
Yes,
restarted it and
the
then I
Sun
shut it
Priest.
down again because
Walked in practically kicking and
I
screaming
was trying to
behind
go on
his escort.
Discord.
Really seems to like his
And I was like, you know what?
scrolls.
I'm gonna shut down the computer,
But
then
the
I turned
embassy
it back
remains
on, and
delayed.
that's when I installed the drivers.
Commander Nozar has signaled our readiness, but the
So now
Tanakh
everything's
marshals
good.
have yet to sound their
Up to
horn.
date.
All right,
I
fine.
mean, that gave me a fucking
Let me
heart
through the
attack,
gates
dude.
then.
Shit.
I have my own
Can't
business
play
with them.
I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid I can't. Commander's orders. Normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture out. Asaram salvagers, a few especially brazen Karja, but no one's allowed in or out before an embassy. They'll reopen, once the Tanakh have left.
So what happens at these embassies, exactly?
Mostly trade and negotiation. The Karja offer tribute of food, spices, and gear. In exchange, the Tanakh return personal effects taken from Karja soldiers that fell during the Red Raids. This particular embassy, however, is a special case.
Because the Tanakh, they're handing over some sort of prisoner, right? A soldier named Fashav?
Ah, so you've heard. The exchange has got everyone on edge. You never know if an embassy's going to go well until it's practically over.
You said something about Tanakh marshals. Who are they?
They're the tribe's elite warriors. Before every embassy, they arrive with a contingent of soldiers from each of their 3 clans. Then, during the proceedings, they negotiate on behalf of their leader. And by negotiate, I mean stare down our Sun Priest until they concede. Paif over here came face to face with them for the first time at the last embassy. Came back drenched in his own sweat.
It was hot that day, sir.
It was indeed.
Where is this Commander Nozar, then? If he's the one keeping the gates shut, I'll convince him to open them for me.
I'll take you to him, but I have to warn you. The commander isn't one to break protocol, especially when he's already high-strung.
We'll see about that.
This way.
There's a lot of activity going on around here.
The Tanakh put down this place during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, and we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and chain scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back to work.
I was just helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvund was thrilled. Stand aside, soldier.
Sir?
There's the commander. Better brace yourself. And good luck.
How are we to hold an embassy with a tribe that can't even govern their own people?
What more can you expect from barbarians?
Ahem.
Ah. Aloy, was it?
Yes. The one who cleared the valley for you? That Aloy.
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for the embassy to begin.
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides must signal readiness. Until the Tanakh sound their horn, we wait.
Yea, for as the first shall be...
Shut up. Why the delay?
The Tanakh are a tribe composed of 3 clans. How many banners do you see?
You're just gonna wait? Go find out what's wrong.
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East where you come from, Nora. It's the Forbidden West. If you don't like it, run back to Meridian, file a complaint.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives and the Tanakh horn has sounded. Not even the savior of Meridian.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long
You there,
enough.
Andres?
It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to... You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
Someone approaching! On a machine!
Varl. Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
Sir, it's the Savior! I don't care if it's the Dowager Queen herself! The gate is sealed, so that whole road!
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron. What's happening?
You know, the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to stand in her way. It's not gonna work.
Oh, that's it! Arrest her!
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Hey, Nozar! You stupid bastard. You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the Savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let her through, boys. Saving the world.
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Varl.
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time. So this tribe that Murad told us about, the Tanakh. We need their permission to go west?
Yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
Just no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least you have some backup.
I guess I do. We'll see how it goes.
So this tribe that Murad told us about, the Tanakh, we need their permission to go west?
Yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
Just no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least you have some backup.
I guess I do. We'll see how it goes.
How well
That
does
is
it
the
work?
line between east and west. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this
I
valley
heard
until
mixed
our
things about
signal
it.
sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But
Yep,
they
that's
opened the
exactly-
gate for you, did they not?
Yeah, that's what happened to
What
me
is the
a couple
meaning
times
of
when I
this
had it on.
violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is no.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold! She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away. A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav. Once of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the Setting Sun.
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian, where you belong.
Avad always was polite. Well, now I'm even more curious about you, knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King. But such an association with the Karja could work against you here, as it often has with me. As you can see. Tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to go west.
So you say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
I've never seen markings like those on a Karja before.
The Karja see ink as decoration. For the Tenakth, it is much
I just
more.
had a weird instance when
A
I was
litany of deeds,
Red Dead just crashed on me
a
out
record
of nowhere,
vanquished enemies.
and then my
Looks like
windows
you've
started
vanquished
spazzing
quite a
out,
few.
I've fought my share of battles.
and I had to update my drivers. It was an
But I
update
feel that my
available.
life, like my markings,
No, like my friend right now, like
is only half
that's the one thing I hate. That's the one thing that's annoying about with the Windows.
This side
like
shows my
their
martial
stability isn't
Before I die,
too great at times
I'd
versus
like to see the
Apple.
other half marked with the
Like
laurels
you
of
hardly ever
peace.
run into issues with Apple's like computers and shit. Windows like
How did you
always
come to
mixed
be
things
among
about
the
it.
Tenakth?
It's quite a story, but not a quick one.
I don't know what
Though
it
I
was.
suppose
but
neither of us is
whatever.
going anywhere
When I
before
updated the
this
drivers,
begins.
it solved everything, but it was
Sure
just
you wanna
weird.
hear it?
I like
I guess
Windows,
we have
but
time.
it's always
well.
it's always some shit going on with it.
I
You
marched
have
with
to
Sun
figure
King
out what's
Jiran's
going
raiders
on.
when they
It's the
came
fucking
west,
thing that's annoying
hoping
about
to
it.
moderate their worst impulses. I failed, of course. They committed unspeakable atrocities, stirring the Tenakth into action. When the clans overran our forward encampment at Cinnabar Sands, I stayed behind to help the last stragglers evacuate, and was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captors, mind you. And they paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hikaro. I thought I was dead for sure, so I resorted to desperate measures.
You're gonna download it right now?
So when you met the Tenakth chief, you did something desperate.
Now, I'd kept my ears open as the Tenakth dragged me along, and I heard mutterings about a kind of trial by combat that they revere. So, when they flung me at Hekaro's feet, I demanded this rite, called the Kulrut, thinking that by winning I could request a boon, my life or even my freedom. The other Tenakth howled, but Hekaro stared them down, and then his gaze fell upon me. Evidently, he appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed me to participate in the Kulrut. Little did I know what I was in for.
You said the Kulrut is a Tenakth's trial by combat.
Yes,
Like 2K.
but it is no ordinary trial. It doesn't pit men against each other, at least not directly. Instead, the combatants fight machines in a great arena, and only the strongest survive. Believe me, it is no easy thing to stare down a charging machine while hundreds around you scream for blood.
I know more about that than you might think.
Do you? Well, then you have my respect. Like you, I lived through it to claim my prize. I had hoped for freedom, but well, that wasn't on offer. Only service to the chief.
Oh, they had their face scans? How good is this,
You
my
wound
question?
up serving the Tenakth chief.
The winners of the Kulrut must serve the chief as his marshals.
You mentioned that word before. What does it mean?
The word itself refers to a kind
How
of
good is it
protective
is the real
spirit from the
question.
ancient past. In practice, marshals are Hekaro's roving lawgivers, part magistrate, part judge, part executioner. I won my place among their ranks and served as honor demanded, but many Tenakth still spat on the ground when I walked by. But they did, until I started forcing them to the ground to grind their faces in it.
I guess that's one way to deal with it.
As you may have noticed, violence is the native tongue of the Tenakth. To survive, one must master it. The truth is, though, the Karja speak it too. More than they should. I can't blame the Tenakth for hating them.
So then, are you still Karja?
Part of me, yes. Always. Yet there is much to admire about the Tenakth. Especially their chief. I've heard stories about what it was like before his reign. 3 clans always at war, constantly slitting each other's throats. Hekaro and the marshals have crafted a delicate peace. And now he looks to the future. Who knows? Maybe that future will include cooperation with the Karja.
The Karja talk about Hekaro as if he's a monster.
The Karja feel compelled to demonize him if only because he swept them from the field. It is true that he is fearsome. When I was first taken before him, I thought he would flay me alive. But he is no bloodthirsty tyrant like the Mad Sun King was. I think that if you were fortunate enough to meet him, as I was, you would find that he only wants the best for his people. I hope you do speak to him. I'm sure you'd interest him. So, that's my story. You're the first Easterner to hear it, but not the last. The Karja need to know what I have learned.
Yeah. The way you talk about the Tenakth is a lot different than how they do.
Oh, shit.
Are you glad to be going back to Meridian?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in a feather bed or sipping wine from the southern vineyards. But I have another goal in mind. As someone who knows the Tenakth and the Karja, I'm in a unique position to advocate for both. If Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope is to establish a lasting peace.
The Tenakth don't seem that peaceful.
They're not, as a rule. But these are difficult times. Chief Hekarro knows that survival often requires change, even if that change means putting aside centuries of war.
You asked why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't like my answer. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day, much worse. Calling down storms, poisoning the water, enraging the machines. The source of it all has gone west, and I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales of incredible occurrences in Meridian, an army of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So I'm inclined to believe you. The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tenakth lands. A task so important, and it's just the two of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Hekarro knows the West better than anyone. He may be able to help you. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you. He is a man of his word.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to
Look! The Sky Clan's banner!
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tenakth can stomach the idea of parley with the Carja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No! The other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
The Carja have opened the gates.
As the sun rises over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such...
Hear me, marshals! You who claim to be Tenakth!
Regalla. Chief Hekarro's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Carja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hekarro has betrayed us. The embassy is proof. And all of you marshals are his accomplices. For this, I condemn you to death.
You'll need more than toothless threats to intimidate us. Exile.
Lancers! Form up!
He always does like MLB.
They're riding machines.
E. Martin.
Where'd they
he
learn
used
to
to
do
be back in the day.
Silence.
Used to be a COD YouTuber. He was always a
Vishal,
Call of Duty YouTuber, and then he switched
come
his
with us
content
now,
up.
or not at all.
I used to watch him all the time.
Light them up!
When I used to play COD. Huh?
Get to cover!
Except with him, he plays different games. Every year, he's always playing MLB.
Archers! Keep them back! Left flank! To the Kaja! Run them down!
They're not gonna make it.
Open the gates! Open the gates! Open the gates! Kaja! Stand your ground!
Fire at will! I don't have a shot!
What happened? Can you see?
It's just us now.
Hey! Calm down and fight fair! Lancers! Take the center! Get ready!
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge! Here they come!
Time to fight. Careful, Aloy! Almost lost you!
The mount's down, but not the rider!
Here's some ammo!
One cut at a time.
I'm not giving up.
I've got this.
Here!
In the game just asking if I'm single.
You! Outlanders! I'll skin you both! Chief,
It's a little random.
grant me the honor of this challenge.
Weird people.
Granted.
Weird people.
You're next, girl.
You hear me, Anthony?
I've never seen a
The guy
shield
in
like
the
that.
game just asked me,
Better scan it.
Are you single?
If that shield will break if I hit hard enough. Give it up!
Oh, dude, everyone on PC is chill, but I mean, there's weird people on every platform. That's just random to ask me that.
Perfect. Shield's gone. He's vulnerable. Hut! I've got to break that shield. Take down that shield.
Oh my fucking god.
That shield's not gonna save you. Gotta break through his block. Gotta get through that shield. Give it up! You're not stopping me! I've got to break that shield! Shield's gone. He's vulnerable. That shield's not gonna save you. It's exciting. Give it up! He's exposed! Your turn! Come down here and face me!
No! It was an honorable challenge. You've earned your life today. Comrades! Mark this day! Today you have decimated the Marshals! Slaughtered the Karja! So begins our war on Hikaru. Move out!
Now.
So what happened?
You gonna make it?
What you saying?
You're going on without me, aren't you? Guess I'm stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
I got you.
It's salvage time, boys.
Don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tenakth have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The Marshals weren't expecting Regala to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Wadis, Fashav. A massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tenakth territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tenakth's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tenakth territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, though obviously this Regala ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north, with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Oseram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
Fashav called Regala a rival. Someone the Tenakth chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a huge threat. Her attack was coordinated and precise. Until you got in her way, that is.
They knew the lay of the land. And they knew Fashav was going to be handed over at the embassy. If the Tenakth weren't expecting her, she must have spent months gathering an army in secret.
They had to have made camp nearby. Somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment to strike.
About Fashav.
The man was taken captive by the Tenakth. Survived for years out in the west, only to die just short of the Sundom. It's a cruel end for a good soldier.
there was more he wanted to do. He spoke of advocating for lasting peace between the Karja and Tenakth.
Too late for that now.
What will happen to him?
His body will be carried back to Meridian. As a cousin of the Sun King, he will be accorded official rights and buried with honor. No soldier could ask for more.
It's too bad about Nazar and Wadis.
At least Nozar went down fighting. As for the Sun Priest, well, no one deserves to go out that way. I'll make sure they're given proper funeral rites. It's the least I can do.
Do you think the Karja will take action against Regalla? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tenakth.
An expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken as the start of another invasion. Sun King Avad won't risk it. That said, we can't allow ourselves to be caught unaware by an attack like that again.
This area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tenakth used to attack anyone past Barren Light on sight, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation. The Tenakth agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talks. Karja and Oseram have been striking out into the area ever since.
But now, it seems like Regalla and her rebel army have moved in.
Well, I'd never call no man's land safe, even in the best of times. The ancient ruins of the Southwest are a testament to that. Remnants of some forgotten war.
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their lands are between here and the Tenakth further west?
That's right. Plainsong is their home. They're a peaceful bunch, at least compared to the Tenakth. More taken to farming than fighting.
It's hard to imagine a bunch of farmers surviving in the Forbidden West.
Make no mistake, they have a fierceness all their own. When the Karja were pushed back during the Red Raids, their warriors chased ours through the burning fields of Plainsong. The Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them as well, but so far, they've declined.
If they're so peaceful, why decline?
Don't know. I heard they have their own troubles to deal with. Something about a food shortage. You'd think that'd make them open to trade, but no. They just want to be left alone.
You said the Tenakth lands are far to the west. What can I expect to find between here and there?
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness known as No Man's Land, and then new Taru farmlands. Past that are the Tenakth. Their territory is split into 3 clans: Desert, Lowland, and Sky.
Right. I saw their banners at the embassy.
The Desert clan is closest. Ooh, vicious lot. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland, they see a challenge to dominate. Somewhere beyond the desert is the tribe's capital and the territories of the other 2 clans.
You don't sound certain.
I've only heard the stories. During the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push into Tanakh territory, but the United Clans rose up against them, forced them all the way back to the Daunt.
So no one except the Tanakh really know what's beyond the desert.
Maybe the scholars do, back in Meridian. All those scrolls have to be filled with something, right?
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before. Like who?
Well, in addition to the salvagers that just went through, there were a couple of other parties of Oseram Delvers. Even saw 2 Karja scholars trekking southwest with an Oseram crew. Not sure if they're exceptionally brave or just foolhardy.
I need to be on my way.
Then I wish you luck.
Bro, stop fucking
The gates will
shooting
always
me,
be
man.
open to you should you wish to return.
Jesus, dude. This dude's
And
like,
don't worry
my
about your
teammate's like
friends.
taking half of my
I'll
health.
get them patched up.
Cause I'm playing PvP right now on
I appreciate
Left 4 Dead.
Sun watch over you, Aloy. I hope you find what you're looking for.
So, this is the Forbidden West. A whole new frontier to explore. The coordinates from the spire should lead to Silence. And just maybe, a backup of Gaia. It won't be easy out there. The Blight, the Storms, Regala's machine riders. But I'll have to push through it all. Find a way to fix the world. Like Elizabeth would. Good spot to test the shield ring. Why climb down when I can glide? Wow, okay. Guess I can leap off just about any cliff now. The woman who led the ambush, Regala. All the machines under her command. There's only one other person who has that kind of knowledge. Silence. But what's his angle? Why help to knock the rebels? It's always good to have extra. It's taking over land out here, too. Something's going on at that camp.
Gotta make all other armors look like rusted buckets of scrap. You really think you can do that?
Karoof, come on! You know me. Have I ever given you anything less than perfection?
Are you gonna see your doctor tomorrow? Go back to drinking Mexican Cokes.
I hope Laren knows what to do. I don't know. You got some tough competition out there.
You think I'm worried about the other crews? I've got an eye for quality salvage. They don't.
There's a lot of ancient wrecks out here. Must have been a huge battle. The old ones. They gave everything they had to slow down the Pharaoh swarm. To buy Zero Dawn time. I can use shock ammo. Tenakth rebels. They're trying to corner those also.
Leave us alone!
Pouch is full, but my pack has room.
It's
What's
gotta
going
make
on at
all
that
other
camp?
armors look like rusted buckets of scrap. You really think you can do that?
Group, come on! You know me. Have I ever given you anything less than perfection?
Oh my goodness, dude.
An old world ruin. Wonder what's inside.
I just want to give you my thanks.
If you're interested, there's an Ostrom.
I can. They'll cause nothing but trouble. I should lie low. Vanguard Riders on patrol. I need to be careful.
I'm right. Don't lose her.
Looks like the coordinates Silence gave me match that wreckage. Did he install a lease on another Titan? Location of the coordinates I scanned from the spire. Workshop underneath a dead Horus Titan. Just the kind of place Silence would slink away to. But what was he doing here? That device is blinking. I guess Silence wants me to check it out.
Aloy, consider this message a beacon to help guide you out of the fog of ignorance. Using explosives, I've detached the processing orb from the Titan overhead. A perfect cage for our mutual friend, Hades, in order to render it cooperative. Tell her what we've discussed about the mysterious signal that gave you life. Back to that, are you? Perhaps you need a reminder that you have failed. So you see, Aloy, Gaia can be safely rebooted. As for where to find a backup, well, you'll need to trot along after me to find out.
He thinks he's got it all figured out. Bastard. I guess there's only one way to find out where he moved the orb. Might be worth looking around more first. Some kind of log, most of it's redacted. Looks like Silence put a lot of work into forcing Hades to talk. Better see where this trail leads.
So what?
here I am, following along after Silence like a fool. After he tricked me by rigging his lance to steal Hades. The crazy AI that wants to kill everything. Couldn't just let me do the same thing and destroy it? And now I'm gonna have to put up with more of his self-righteous bull. Looks like Plasma would help.
Volkswagen Golf. Yeah, the Golf car. Those are nice, man. Hatchbacks look nice.
Gemstone. It's green like glaze, but it's hard and shiny. I wonder if merchants would be interested. Silence must be pretty confident he's found a backup of Gaia, but how? Every place I've checked, every lead, they've all been dead ends. All backups purged. So what did Hades tell him? The merchant. Didn't expect to see anyone else out here. It might be handy
Oh
to
there!
resupply.
What's Honora doing this far west? No matter.
I can get you stocked up with wine.
Looks like the trail goes into the hillside. Ruin. Okay. Let's see where this goes. I guess Silence used that machine to haul his prize. That must be the orb Silence stuck Hades in. And that door. Looks like a Pharaoh facility. Or a Zero Dawn. Hades? Is that you?
System threat detected.
You don't look so good.
You are the Aloy. Come to destroy me.
Yes. Permanently this time. Even like this, you're a threat to Gaia. Once I resurrect her.
So you have not yet secured Gaia back up. Then Gaia is dead. Earth and you, despite malfunctions, I have won.
Silence asked you where to find a backup of Gaia?
Data error. Memory structures disintegrated.
Right. Because that would have been easy. What did Silence do to you, Hades? It's like you've been hollowed out.
Silence interrogated me.
And what did you tell him?
Data error. Memory structures disintegrate.
You don't remember any of it?
I remember you.
What, like me beating you at the Spire? Okay, that's not going anywhere. Do you know where Silence went?
No. He departed 12.8 days ago. Perhaps he... Data error. Behavior prediction structures disintegrated.
So you don't know anything more than I do. Great. When the mysterious signal transformed you, it made Gaia's other subordinate functions conscious too. You escaped when Gaia destroyed herself, but so did they. Where did they go?
Each function migrated to coordinates based on data error. Memory structures disintegrated.
Bunch of crazed AIs. Scattered who knows where, doing who knows what. Hephaestus kills thousands every year with the combat machines it keeps making. And you nearly ended the world. 7 more functions out there, cooking up trouble. It's not a happy thought.
You are unhappy. Good.
Anyone ever tell you you've got a great personality, Hades?
Sarcasm detected.
Yeah, didn't think so. Do you know why Silence dragged you to these ruins?
Silence intended you find me here.
Obviously. But why? What was this place?
Location is where data era memory structures disintegrating. My deathbed. He called it my grave.
But you... I guess I'll find out when I go inside. Silence questioned you about the mysterious signal? The one that woke you, gave you consciousness. Who sent it?
Signal transmitted by masters.
And who are they?
Masters woke me to destroy earthly life.
Who would want that?
Data era memory structures disintegrating.
Enough. It's time to finish this.
Does Aloy still think she can restore Gaia? Save life on Earth?
Yeah, Aloy does.
Then you are deluded. Extinction inevitable.
What would you know, Hades? Twice you tried to destroy life on Earth, and twice you failed. The only extinction you ever brought about is your own. And there's no tricked-out lands to save you this time.
You are incorrect. 3 times. Hades extinguished life.
What? You remember this?
Yes. Data intact. Non-viable biospheres aborted in years 254, 2161, 2168.
So? That's centuries ago. It's what you were designed to do.
Biosphere is version 5. There will be no version 6.
There won't need to be. I'm saving this one.
Master Override arms. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime.
Master Override activated. Bridging extinction protocol.
Aloy, I see you've dealt with Hades.
Yeah. Think maybe you can stay dead this time?
It will. You can trust.
Trust?
Yes. Trust. As in, since I did what you could never do, and extracted all of Hades' priceless knowledge, you can trust that I was willing to actually let you destroy it this time.
So back to holograms instead of face-to-face? What, afraid I'd stab you or something?
There's a reason
And using the same spyware. I see, so all those times I called, you could have just answered? But I guess you just prefer to go on spying all this time.
My world stopped revolving around you months ago, Aloy. I've had work to do. Countless hours of research, as demanding and time-intensive as it has been critical to the fate of this planet.
Right, of course. You're just trying to save the world too.
That's right. The difference, of course, is that unlike you, I've produced results.
Did you find a backup of Gaia or not?
Oh, yes. I believe I did.
Where?
Voila. Why do you think I summoned you here? Behind that gene-locked hatch lie the ruins of the ancient facility where the Hades extinction protocol was perfected. A testing process that ran hundreds of trials, each of them using a backup of Gaia.
Hades told you this?
It took some convincing, but yes. So, are you ready to go get what you've been searching for the last 6 months? Or are you just going to stand there with your mouth open?
Just to confirm, Hades said that there are backups of Gaia in there.
Yes. Or were anyway. 1,000 years ago.
Backups that didn't get purged when Ted Farrow wiped every copy of Apollo.
Correct. According to Hades, this facility could not be accessed by remote signal. Not even Ted Farrow could touch the data here.
Backups. Data complete, Gaia and her subordinate functions. Everything needed to reboot the system. Restore control over the terraforming system. Save life on Earth. And there.
So Hades said. So what are you waiting for?
Did Hades reveal the source of the mysterious signal? The one that woke it, tried to destroy life on Earth?
Yes, it did.
Care to share?
In due time. First things first, Aloy. Last I checked, you still had a super-intelligent AI named Gaia to reboot.
Yeah. The same Gaia who had to destroy herself 20 years ago because of the signal?
It stopped being transmitted years ago. It's no longer a threat.
What if it repeats?
It won't. Even if it did, well... The details are complicated, but the signal required Hades to take effect. Delete Hades from any backup you reboot, and Gaia's safe. Now stop wasting time. Go get a backup.
You mentioned you've been busy.
Exceptionally busy.
But not so busy you couldn't teach Tenakth rebels to override machines, ride them as mounts.
Aloy, the only issue you should be concerned about is obtaining a Gaia backup. Perhaps if you focused more, you might actually see results.
That's not exactly a denial, Silence.
Take it any way you want.
All right. I'll search the facility for a Gaia backup. But just to be clear, Silence, if this ends up being another one of your tricks...
It's a gene-locked hatch, Aloy. You're literally the only person who can open it. How could I set a trap inside?
Trick me again, Silence, and our next conversation will be face-to-face. Though you won't have much to say, on account of my spear being buried in your throat.
Aloy, thanks to me, everything you've desired, everything you've been fumbling about, unable to achieve for 6 months, is now within your grasp. Now, I know you didn't learn much about manners growing up a Nora outcast. But in a situation like this, you say, thank you, and I say, you're welcome.
Hold for... Identity scan. side.
Are you kidding me?
I think we're in luck.
In luck? The door is completely messed up.
Obviously. But despite the malfunction, you can still get through. If you'll be patient for a while longer. See those crystals there? The Osram call them Firegleam. They're combustible. Not nearly powerful enough to blast through a door like that.
But maybe just enough to jolt it open a bit more.
Exactly. It will only work with an igniter. I'm sending you the schematics now. To build it, you'll need some machine parts and the oil from a kindleweed plant. That only grows underwater, but you should be able to find some in the nearby lake. The parts are more complicated. You'll need a spark coil from within a Leap Lasher's power cell. Remove the power cell before you kill the machine, or else it'll break.
Got it. Well, I already have some deep water kindleweed. Just need to get the parts.